What qualifies as research and development for the R&D scheme? The UK government offers generous tax incentives to companies undertaking R&D activities. This short video will help you better understand how your projects might meet the definition of R&D for tax purposes. For a project to qualify as R&D, two conditions must be satisfied. 1. The company must seek to achieve an advance in a field of science or technology, and 2. The company must seek to resolve scientific or technological uncertainty. A project does not have to be successful to be claimed as R&D. As long as the technological uncertainty was present within the claim period, then R&D has taken place. So, what is a technological advancement? A technological advancement is new or significantly improved knowledge or capability in an underlying area of science or technology. The advance should be in a field of science and technology as a whole, and not just in a company's own state of knowledge or capability. This means that, while the advancement does not have to be shared publicly, it can be helpful to consider whether the developments might have wider applications if they were made available in the public domain. So, you should ask yourself whether another company could be interested in your findings. The technological advancement can fit into three broad areas. 1. The development of a significantly new product or process, which incorporates or represents an increase in overall knowledge or capability in a field of science or technology. 2. An appreciable improvement to an existing product or process through scientific or technological changes. 3. Adaptation of capability from another field of science, where the method of adaptation was not readily deducible. In all these cases, it is often not about what is being created, enhanced, or adapted, but the difference between the baseline knowledge available in the public domain versus the knowledge required to achieve the technological advancement. So, how do you establish the existing baseline knowledge in your field of science or technology? Well, it's down to a company's competent professionals. They will have access to existing knowledge or capability drawn from their own experiences and information available in the public domain. If, given the body of available knowledge and capability, it is fairly straightforward for the team to work out how to achieve their objectives, then this will not count as R&D, even if the work is time-consuming and onerous to complete. However, where there are significant gaps in the technology baseline and it is not readily deducible how to achieve a project's core objectives, then technological uncertainty probably exists. The good news is, if a particular advance in a field of science or technology has already been made or attempted, but the details are not readily available, for example, if it is a trade secret, then work to achieve such a technological advancement can still qualify as R&D. What are scientific or technological uncertainties? Technological uncertainty exists when you are unsure if it is scientifically possible or technologically feasible to achieve your objectives. Or you know that your objectives are feasible, but it is not clear how best to achieve them in practice. System uncertainty exists where there is doubt over how to integrate a number of known components, or, if when integrated, there is uncertainty surrounding whether they will function as intended. Technological uncertainty will often arise from turning something that has already been established as feasible into a cost-effective, reliable, and reproducible process or product. This typically means that an experimental approach is required, since the method or solution is not readily deducible to a suitably skilled, competent professional. To explain the technological uncertainty, you should provide examples of methods the team planned to use, and any doubts they had about whether the method would work in practice. So, what are some examples of eligible R&D projects? Finance or business is not considered a field of science or technology, but computer and information science, data science, and mathematics are. So an R&D project must be evaluated based on the advancements sought to these fields. For software development, example projects might include substantial improvement of software performance beyond its existing capabilities. This might, for instance, include its capability to process higher transaction volumes or increase speed, efficiency, or stability of your platforms. Seeking to develop substantially new or non-routine capability where it is not readily deducible how this can be achieved, for example, developing new regulatory or security capabilities or artificial intelligence technologies beyond standard capabilities. Seeking to integrate systems where either it is not readily deducible how to achieve the integration or where there is system uncertainty on how everything will work together. This might include integration of legacy systems with new technologies, web applications, mobile apps, or cloud-based services. For mathematics and data science, an example project might include development of an appreciably improved algorithm that is more performant or has a higher degree of accuracy, for instance, an appreciably improved Bayesian tree model. In all cases, R&D only exists if a suitably skilled industry professional considers these technological advancements to be genuine and non-trivial improvements at the time they are made. What are the boundaries of R&D? A project consists of a number of activities conducted to a method or plan in order to achieve an advancement. You need to get the boundaries of the project correct, and it should encompass all the activities that collectively resolve the uncertainty associated with achieving the advance, which means it could include a number of different sub-projects. An R&D project may be part of a larger commercial project, but that does not make other parts of the commercial project that do not address technological uncertainty R&D. We need to distinguish between those activities which qualify as R&D and those which do not. You should also be aware that an R&D project starts when work to resolve a technological uncertainty begins, and it ends when that technological uncertainty has been resolved. This means, across the life of a commercial project, different R&D projects can begin and end through different phases of a project, through inception to full-scale production. Thank you for taking the time to watch this training video. Please reach out to your EY team if you have any questions.